Scrum in front of the net. It's getting chippy. Okay, so the game is going to go under, obviously. They've only had 2 games. Canada's only had 2 games so far in this tournament that have gone under 5.5 goals. And they're 1-1. First period on 4 games so far in this tournament where the first period has had 2 goals or less. And they're 2-2. Third period over is probably. Okay. I don't want to see Denmark win, but I would like them to keep it close because I do want to see Canada. I don't care as far as like cheering for Canada, but I do want to see Canada USA. Is what will happen if Canada beats Denmark and the Sweden Czech game stays the same. Czechs losing 3-1, I believe. So end of two in hearing, still scoreless. Canada Denmark 0-0 after 40 minutes. Canada leads in shots 25-13. But Denmark's been playing smart, blocking a lot of lanes, getting stellar goaltending. Bennington hasn't seen much, which isn't a good sign. But he's been sharp when needed. Denmark took 2 pretty bad penalties, and there was coincidental minors there. So I feel like obviously the longer this stays deadlocked, the more it tilts in Denmark's favor. Canada needs like a breakthrough, or this would be a brutal collapse, especially with Crosby on this team. So yeah, third period coming up. What do you guys think's gonna happen? I think I'm gonna say it again. So I always go by off how the first period starts. That's like a framework of like how the game like is gonna shake out. And in this tournament so far, or sorry, in medal round games, I'm looking at the wrong thing. In medal round games, Canada, going back to 2022, has only played in 4 medal round games that have seen less than 2 goals in the first period. Only one that have had less than 6 goals total. In the 4 games where they've had 2 goals or less in the first period, they're 2-2 in the medal round. I'm gonna look at this full tournament. In this full tournament, they have had 6 games with the first period having 2 goals or less, and they are 4-2. But 3 of those games are absolute. Just that's why I don't really look at this. More looking at the again their record in the medal round over the last 3 years. They've played 4 games that have had the first period 2 goals or less. Sorry, less than 2 goals, and they're 2-2. They're 2-2 in those games. So that's not good. One of those games they lost by 2 goals. The 2 games that they won by 2 goals. 2 goals or more. I can't believe that Denmark is still a plus 525 underdog. That seems like an insane misprice. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Denmark scored a goal that was turned over because of a hand pass. Like, Denmark should be. It was a good call. It wasn't a bad call. Over 2.5, over 1.5 goals is minus 250, which that's a little bit steep. The prices on this are just brutal. Okay, under 2.5. This is the thing. Yeah, that's Canada in medal round games going back to 2022. 9 games, 8 of them have seen 2 goals or more in the third period. So there's going to be goals in this third period. I see 2 goals or more. I don't know if I see 3 goals or more, though. Odds are pretty terrible, to be honest. Yeah, like over 1.5 is minus 250. I guess that's gonna shift pretty quickly. Under, tough call. Tough call. I think Canada's gonna win, but I don't exactly know how it's gonna play out. Oh, whoops. I'm really torn. You know what? That might be what happens. That might be what happens, actually, now that I think about it. Canada, in their last eight, the last nine medal round games going back to 2022, three of them ended in a draw. Three of them ended in a draw, and two of those three games that ended in a draw saw the third period go have 2 goals or more. Whoops. I'm trying to decide. Really trying to decide here. It would be cool if I could. That's lame. It'd be cool if I can get like third period outcome draw. Third period -1. Third period +1. Yeah, okay. So Denmark third period +1. Let's go with that. I like that. Sorry for the silence here. I'm just trying to. I'm also like out of it. I need to get back in the swing of things as far as streaming during the day. Okay, here we go. Third period. Okay, keeping my eye on over 1.5 goals. All right, 2 goals or more in this game, and one more goal in the Sweden game. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, huge save. There's going to be a bad penalty on Denmark, and Canada's going to score in the power play, and then Canada's going to get an empty netter. Because the world wants Canada, USA. They're going to give it to. They don't want to. It's a bigger narrative to give us to give to get us Canada, USA. The eyeballs that it would get, as opposed to Denmark pulling off this upset. Not saying it's fixed or anything, or that it's controlled, but I can see Denmark taking a bad penalty and then Canada coming through late. Canada scores. Could really use a goal in the Sweden Czech game 4-1. I'm hoping the Czechs get desperate and pull their goalie late. Denmark's going to get super chippy. That's what's going to happen here. All right, that goal comes 15 minutes left in the third, comes with enough time for Denmark to come back, but breaks a deadlock in what has been a tightly contested game. Both teams really demonstrated strong defensive play and solid goaltending. So, yeah, still a game. Ooh, Shanahan fired? Oh, Denmark came so close there. Puck went over the net. Bennington bobbled it. Denmark pressing. No, no lead is safe with fucking Sivington. Maybe in that Canada jersey, it's a different story. But Bennington will always be Sivington, just as Hellebuck will always be Jellybutt. 11:20 to go. All right, 10:30 to go. Canada 1-0 on Denmark. Sweden's up big on Czechia. Switzerland and the U.S. already did their jobs, and so unless the hockey gods yank the wheel, we're about to get what we've been pretending not to hope for, and that's Canada versus USA in the semifinals, which won't just be a rematch, it'll be a rerun of that national delusion we just lived through back in February. McDavid scoring in overtime, and half the country felt like we'd done something very crucial and important, even though we won a hockey game. But it felt like just so. We're staring down the sequel. Obviously, fewer stars, a little bit worse timing and lighting, European ice, but none of that's going to matter because if Canada holds on, they're going to face one-on-one with our neighbor country that we very much care about beating. And yes, it's cringe. Yes, it's just hockey, but this isn't the only place we still let ourselves feel anything like pride or resentment or hope. Pile it all on to a puck and wait to see who breaks first. 10 minutes to go. Don't blink. 9:18 left. 1-0 Canada. 4-2. We got a goal in the Czech score. So we just need one more goal here in this game, and I'm very happy. All right. I still think there's going to be one more goal. I'm hoping, at least. The degenerate in me is very much hoping that there's one more goal. I need to get some background music or something. Well, there's a penalty. This time it's on Canada. Whoops. Sorry. .251 to go. Hoping for Denmark to pull their goalie to give us time with the net open. They should. They have no reason being down just a goal at this point. Canada 60% puck possession so far in this game. Bennington! He does it again! He does it again! Oh my god. Never count him out. Never count him out. This is what I said. I literally made a video about this yesterday. Bennington, one of the greatest to ever do it. I could score on him. Like, I played house league. I played double A one season because my dad was a coach, assistant. I got no skills. I got a little bit of hands. Bennington, Stanley Cup winner, gold medal winner, legitimately one of the best to ever do it. One of the best to ever suit it up in the NHL or for Team Canada. He lets in softies on a regular basis. I'm Canadian. I live in Montreal. I'm a Quebecer. I called my first, second period, or sorry, third period over. Minute 30 left. Let's focus on the game now that my calls came through. I really want Canada to win now because I really want to see USA Canada in the semis. We had our fun. We need to. We need Crosby versus America again. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's fine because I sprinkled a little bit on Denmark along the way. Oh my lord. I did not see this coming. No, they didn't win. There's, I think, how much time is left? There's 47 seconds left. 34 seconds. 20 seconds left. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. They lost. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did that happen? How did that happen? Bennington should be charged with treason. Well, that's fine. I bet $9 to win 50 on Denmark to win just to for some fun in case this happened. Crosby loses to Denmark. I'm pretty sure the loss to Finland was just his first loss in 14 years as playing for Canada. You can't dress it up. Can't dress it up. Canada lost to Denmark 2 goals to 1 in regulation. Just wild.